being here. So as many as you know, here at Advize, we love yoga. We so appreciate mindfulness, and we have a huge intention to leave a positive impact in the healthcare industry. So we're very happy to have you here tonight. This really means a lot to us. So thank you for giving us these 30 minutes. I'll be taking you through a 30 minutes yin and meditation class. If this is your first time practicing, welcome. I really hope that you fall in love with the practice. This is my favorite type of yoga. So we're going to get started. You're going to come into your child's pose, which is going to be the first pose of the day. So of course, you're going to be needing a mat or a towel or anything like that. And we're going to be using a blanket. So I have a blanket here. I have blocks. I have a bolstered or a pillow. But anything you need to actually feel comfortable. So again, coming back to this, come into your child's pose. Big toes touch, knees apart, and then walk your hands all the way forward. Bring your forehead to the floor. And yeah, just try to get comfortable here and find your breath. And soften the body, soften the mind. We just try to create awareness in our body and breathe. And then this is a practice that is very much about feeling and finding your edge. So it's never about fighting anything or getting anywhere, really just really trusting the process, which is such a difficult thing to do sometimes. But we find a way to surrender. We find a way to be okay with our thoughts, with how we're feeling. And we'll start with a 3-part breath. So inhale, 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 hold, exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. In, 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 out. Again, in breath, in breath, in breath, out breath. And now find your normal breath and notice how you're feeling. So notice, how's the body feeling? How's your mind feeling? How's your heart feeling? We'll take 3 more breaths here. And then slowly make our way into a tabletop. So hands and knees on the mat. If your knees are super sensitive, you'll get a blanket like this or a towel or something like that. Put your knees on it, your hands down on the floor, And you'll drop the belly, look forward, push the floor away, around your spine. So I'll show you from this angle. I have 2 mats, so I have a lot of cushion, but you know, if you need the towel, use a towel. Drop the belly, chest forward, push the floor away. You can add the breath. When you look forward, you in breath, inhale. And when you push the floor away, out breath. And we'll do that a few times. And it can look however you want it to look. Some days I like to kind of like circles, go back and then forward. And switch to the other side like this. A nice release for the lower back. And we keep breathing, moving the shoulders. Cross your ankles, walk your knees slightly forward and come all the way down to your back. So we'll do legs forward, head down on the floor. And again, find your breath. Notice the connection between your body and the floor. In yin, we never look to control our breath, or as I told you earlier, get anywhere. This is a very spaceful practice, and that's why I love it so much. It's so inclusive. You can always adapt the poses to your body and find your own edge, which that principle just adapts so much to who we are. You don't have to try to change anything, get anywhere, fight anything. It's more about surrendering, melting, releasing, breathing out. Okay, we're going to start to warm up your hips. So the front of your hips, your hips in general. So I'm going to do feet mat distance apart. From here, drop the knees to your right. And then drop your knees to the left. Very slow and steady. Knees to the right. And to the left. Keep doing that. If you want to linger on one side, you do that. If you want to move quicker, you can also do that. I like need to linger a teeny bit today. Right side. Left side. Back to center. Bring your feet to touch. Open up your knees and come into a butterfly pose or Supta Konasana. In yin, we call this a butterfly pose. If your hips feel very, very tight, you'll get 2 blocks or 2 pillows and put your knees on whatever prop you have to reduce the compression in your body, in your lower back, like that. And put one hand on your heart, the other hand on your belly, or hands on the floor. We'll be here for about 3 minutes or so. So we find our breath. Allowing the floor to support you and also let gravity help you here. Some sensation in front of your hips. I've been working with this concept of choosing myself and releasing guilt. And it takes a lot of courage. But really, my hope with this class is that to really get inspiration in your heart to be comfortable with the idea of choosing yourself over anything, releasing all of your roles and prioritize your self-care right now, right here. And allowing your breath to guide you and bring some clarity to your mind. And really wonder, do I really need this thought right now? Do I really need to question myself? If my intuition is showing me that this is the next thing for me, I'm just going to go for it. One more minute. Trying only to create maybe like a 3 or 4 of intensity, something soft, gentle. So in Yin, we have 3 principles. We want to find our edge. And by the way, that edge can change every single day. And then we resolve to be still. So it's really about finding the angles, the spaces in your body, and then just choosing to stay. And then hold the pose for a period of time. So we hold the poses for 3 to 5 minutes, sometimes more. Just like little things. And we're looking to melt, surrender, allow. And your heart just having a clear intention to care for yourself. Okay, from here, slowly, like always come out of the pose slowly. Put your feet on the floor, knees up, and we'll reverse our action. So we'll do feet mat distance apart. Knees will touch. Just rest there for a few seconds. Soften the fingers, soften the toes. Feel the connection between your lower back and the mat. You feel some days the process just takes time and we have to go through the experiences by ourselves to really learn. But at the end of the day, it's just so important to cultivate that value where we just know who we are, what we bring to a team, or just acknowledge our voice, our message, our intention, and just allow ourselves to share that with everyone. And it comes from that sense of honoring who you are, respecting who you are, and allowing your intuition to guide you. Okay, open your knees, open your legs, extend the legs all the way forward. We'll take a pose called banana. So we'll stay on your back. We'll do leg slightly to the right. So right leg slightly to the right, left leg slightly to the right, arms behind you, and towards the right as well. So extend your left arm, your right arm, and reach all the way to the right. Something important here, you want to keep your lower back on the mat. Yeah, you'll create some sensation in your side body. If you're like, oh, this feels good, you can put your left foot, your left ankle over the right and cross your legs. And yeah, this right here is the pose. We'll be here for 4 minutes. Again, breathing. Breathing and allowing. You'll feel something in your hips, something in your side body. Imagine that you're really, really breathing into your left lung. Into your left hip. When your mind starts to go, if you go somewhere else, totally okay. Just notice the distractions, notice, yeah, just what's in your head. If it's like something linked to something that happened earlier or something that is in your to-do list, you come back to choosing yourself. You come back to, what am I feeling here? Can I notice the tingling, the pulsing? Maybe focusing on my out breath. Now, we have about 1 more minute in the pose. And you let go of guilt. We'll take an exhalation and then left leg out to the left. Left arm back to the left. And then we'll move our head back to center, right foot in. I'm going to keep my arms behind my head. Rebound right there. Maybe feel the left side of your body versus the right side of your body. Maybe something feels longer. And this doesn't have to be only your physical space. Maybe something in your mind is changing. So acknowledge that process. That's one thing that really made me just love this practice so much. I feel that yin brings so much clarity into my life. You just have to put in the time, like it's just hard because we know, maybe like when I go for a walk, I feel empowered. When I journal, I feel better. When I practice yin, I feel cleared. When I don't know, like run, anything, whatever it is that you do, like those practices that we do that actually help us feel nourished and empowered. We'll do the other side. So feet and arms to the right, to the left. See if you can put your right foot over the left. So again, gentle stretch in the right side body. It doesn't have to be intense, maybe like a 3 of intensity, like a 4. So as I was saying, it's interesting because we go like, oh, I really enjoy reading, but I just don't read. And it's like, it's interesting to be like, I really enjoy having conversations with my friends, or like this person really brings so much light into my life. And I just don't see that person. And it's so interesting because it's like a reminder to just go for it, create the practices that empower you, and respect that time, because that's for you, and that will bring more and more clarity to your life, and confidence and courage. And over time, you'll build that habit of like, you know what, I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud. And from there, I have so much abundance to give. And all of the barriers will kind of like fade away, because we'll be better leaders. We'll be able to just be there for others, support them, listen. Share with an open heart, listen with open ears, like truly be there for each other. About 2 more minutes here. Come back to center. So right leg back, head back, hands back. Supine twist. I'm going to remove my blocks if we're in my way. But for your supine twist, bring your knees to touch. If you want, you can drive your hips, like lift them up, drive them to the left, drop your knees all the way to the right. This is a nice side body transition, because you'll open your back, you'll feel something in your side body, you'll release your lower back too. Maybe the outer hips, the IT band. I'm gonna put my right hand on top of my left leg. Just to create a gentle assist. If you feel that your knees are up, you can put a pillow under the knees. Or if you had a pillow as well, or a blanket, or even the block, you can put it in between the knees. That also helps. We're always trying things. And as I told you earlier, your body will always change. And the idea is that you get super connected to what feels good, and then you'll just do that. And yeah, there's a reality, like we look to be still and surrender and all of that, but also connecting to our inner knowing and allowing our inner teacher to be the voice that is always guiding us. So you're like, oh, this feels good. I'm going to go for it. One more minute here. Soften your left fingertips if you're putting tension there. Soften your neck if you're putting tension there. Come back to center slowly. Move your hips. So hips up and slightly to the right. Switch. Again, if you want the block or a pillow between the knees, try that. Send your right arm out to the right. Place your left hand over the right leg and press the right leg down. My friend Tamara, she was talking the other day about how the next thing that you're doing doesn't have to be a hard thing. It's just simply the next thing you're doing. And I feel that taking that step towards, this probably will sound so big, but like towards a different life just takes that knowledge of knowing your value, knowing yourself so well, having the ability to choose yourself, and then just going for the next thing by seeing the next thing just as that. It doesn't have to be something hard. It's just what feels good in your heart, and making that action very simple, meaning this is just my next move. It doesn't have to be my hard next move. Is actually an easeful transition. And I've done the work. I've put in the time to meditate, to reflect. I've chosen the people that I want, the people that nourish me, the habits, whatever, the moments that actually inspire me. And then I'm ready. I'm connected to my inner knowing. I'm connected to my intuition. It's gonna go for that thing. We come back to center. We have time for 2 more poses, just 1 minute. So we'll do a recline swan pose or half pigeon, right leg over. So you really want to soften your left leg. Here I like, it really depends on you, but soften your left leg as much as you can. And with your exhalation, see if you can really drive your knee, the right knee, into the floor, into the floor, yeah, into your belly, into your abdomen. You'll feel something in your outer hips, maybe in your hamstring as well. Just on 1 more minute here. A little bit less, maybe 30 seconds. So just feeling, noticing if you want to bring your right knee closer to the chest. let all of the information that you received today kind of like get in your mind and give you a different perspective. That's actually my hope. Like, oh, this doesn't have to be hard or difficult. Yeah, it's hard to find the time, but I'm gonna do this for myself. We'll switch. So slowly extend the right leg, left leg over the right, soften the right foot. So really let gravity help you here and drive and interlace your hands in front of your knee and really, really drive your knee into your abdomen. Find this sensation and then hold on to it. Few more seconds. Release the right leg, release the left leg. We're going to move into our final Shavasana. So for Shavasana, I'm going to use my blanket because I want to create kind of like a baby pillow for my back. So I just folded my blanket, and the idea is that you let your thoracic spine rest on the blanket. So keep your lower back on the floor. So I'm doing my hips down, lower back on the floor. And then just shoulders or shoulder blades on the blanket. Here you can choose, this is a baby hard bench. So you can do hands behind you. That feels good today for me. You'll feel your heart opening. Hopefully not only physically, but emotionally, mentally, like, oh, I have clarity here. I didn't think I could do this, but I can. And this is important for me, and I'm going to go after it. I'm going to invest the time to dedicate and do the things that actually serve me. Kind of like putting the wrong, quote unquote, wrong people out, meaning like, because, only but like putting the wrong energy out or the wrong people out so you can let the right people in, the right energy in. And every soul will be choosing yourself because you'll be so empowered and so comfortable with being proud of yourself. Okay, final Shavasana. I'm going to start to come out of my pose. But please, if you have more time, I highly recommend that you stay in your Shavasana for 5-10 minutes. So keep your body soft. Just keep receiving the pose. And as always, we're just so grateful for your presence. Thank you so much for your time. This really means a lot. And we're planning to offer this once a month. So if you liked it, let us know. We would really like to hear from you. Please receive all of this energy with an open heart, with an open mind, and honor this healing that you're creating. Every time I come to my mat, I love to believe that I'm healing myself with every breath that I'm taking. And this comes from you. It comes from your well of energy. It comes from the essence that belongs to you. If you want to move, you can do hands in prayer, thumbs to your third eye center. And again, thank you all so much for being here today. Namaste, everyone.